Hello, all my favorite Math 8 students. It is Monday. It is day 21 of quarter 4. After this week, we only have 4 weeks left of quarter 4. Also, reminder that progress report cards are due this Wednesday, so make sure you take care of any missing assignments you may have. Here is the template of the notes we're going to be going over today. So make sure you put the title, your first and last name, period, and everything like we always do. You're going to need to write down the formula and the steps, and we are going to go over these 6 examples. Alright, so this is the worksheet I'm going to be going over as a whole. Remember, I will be posting this with the Edpuzzle as a PDF, so you can use this as a resource, and you can also look at the template I just showed you. It will also be posted as a PDF with this Edpuzzle, so use this as a resource so you can come back and look at the formula and the steps. Also, if you have the capability, you can print this worksheet out for yourself. Alright, so here's the proof of how we derive the formula for volume of a sphere. The word derive just means to find, so it's pretty much saying, how do you find the formula for volume of a sphere? So I am going to hopefully make an extra credit video like I did last week that's going to show you the proof and exactly how we get this formula. So I'm not going to go into much detail right now, so if you want to, that extra credit is available for you. I highly suggest that you guys complete extra credit, because if you have any missing assignments or you're not happy with your grade, this is an opportunity for you to help raise your grade. So please take advantage of this opportunity I'm giving you. And all you have to do is watch about a 2 to 3 minute video on deriving the proof. And it's actually kind of interesting because it shows you the concepts and the details that go into it. So this proof is very similar to finding the formula for volume of a cone. As you can see, if we filled up this sphere with water and poured it into the cylinder, that would only fill up about 2/3 of the cylinder. So we only want 2/3 of the cylinder formula. So I'm going to show you in a second what that's going to look like. Another thing that's going to be important that you guys need to realize is that instead of using h for height, we're actually going to be using 2r for height, because actually our height in a sphere is just the diameter. So remember, the diameter goes all the way across, so our height for a sphere is just the diameter. So instead of using the height, we're just going to use 2r. Alright, so our formula for volume of a sphere ends up being 4/3 times pi r cubed. So just as a reminder, the formula for volume of a cylinder is volume equals pi r squared times h. Now, what I showed you on the last slide is that if I filled up the sphere with water, it would only fill up 2/3 of the cylinder. So if I rewrote this formula, I would say volume equals 2/3 of pi r squared. And remember, I told you that instead of writing h, our height is now going to be 2r. So here is my formula for volume of a sphere, but I can simplify this. So if I multiply everything all the way straight through, it's going to give me 4/3 times pi times r cubed, because look, I have 3 r's now. So there's the formula. But I'm going to simplify it for you guys so it's a little bit easier to put into your calculator. It's what you've guys been used to for the last 2 lessons we did volume. So here we go. It's going to be volume equals 1.3. If you do 4 divided by 3 in your calculator, it's going to give you 1.33333 repeating. But I just put 1.3. And then we're going to do times pi. Then we're going to do times r times r times r, right? Because we're multiplying r 3 times. So I would be writing down this formula right now. This is the one that you're going to need for volume of a sphere. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over example number 1. I'm just going to be following these 5 steps again. These are the same 5 steps that you guys saw for volume of a cylinder and volume of a cone. Really, the only thing that's changing is the formula. So this should be very straightforward and almost like it's review. Just make sure that you're using the correct formula. So here we go. Step 1, we need to write the formula. Okay, so I wrote down the formula. It's volume equals 1.3 times pi times r times r times r. Step 1 is done. Now step 2, we need to identify just the radius, because remember, we're not dealing with height right now, so our radius is 4 inches. So I can actually cancel this out. I don't need to find the height. And now we're going to substitute the values into the formula. All right, so I took the formula and took out the r's and I just left blank. So instead of r, I'm going to put the value, which is 4 inches. Okay, so step 3 is done. Now step 4, I'm going to apply the formula and multiply straight through. So what's 4 inches times 4 inches times 4 inches? That's going to give me 64 inches cubed. Remember, we're dealing with cubed because we multiplied inches 3 times. Then I'm going to bring the rest of it down. If you plug this into your calculator, we have 1.3 times pi times 64 inches cubed. That's going to give me a total volume of 261.248 inches cubed. So that is the volume of a sphere. So that much liquid can go into this sphere. All right, go ahead and try number 2 on your own. It's the exact same thing as number 1, but just a different value for radius. Remember, we don't need to find the height. Just make sure that you're following these 5 steps. So follow these 5 steps and you should be good to go. Alrighty, let's go over number 3. Now, I can't stress it enough how important it is that you guys follow the same structure and process that I'm going through, because the key to solving these problems is just organization skills and having everything in order. So here we go. Step 1, we need to write the formula. Alright, so I created the formula, which is volume equals 1.3 times pi times r times r times r. So step 1 is done. I need to identify the radius. Remember, that's from the center to the edge of the circle. So our radius is 14 centimeters. And now we need to substitute the values into the formula. So instead of the letter r, I'm going to put the actual value for radius, which is 14 centimeters. I have to put that 3 times. So there we go. Step 3 is done. We substituted the values. And now we have to apply the formula, which is multiply straight through. So it's 14 centimeters times 14 centimeters times 14 centimeters. That is going to give me a total of 2,744 centimeters cubed, because remember, we multiplied centimeters 3 times. Then I'm going to bring down 1.3 times pi times 2,744 centimeters cubed. If I multiply all of that together, plug that into your calculator, the total volume is going to be 0.008 centimeters cubed. So that is the total volume of the sphere. Alright, I want you to give number 4 a try on your own. Like I said, it's exactly like number 3, so follow the same process, same steps, and same structure as my work, but it's just going to be a different radius value, and remember, we don't need to find the height. Alright, so here's example number 5. We're going to go through the 5 steps and make sure that your work looks just like mine, because structure and organization skills is key when solving these kind of problems. So step 1, write the formula. Alright, so step 1 is done. We wrote the formula. Now we need to identify the radius, which is from center to edge. That's going to give us 11 inches. We don't need to find the height. And step 3 is substitute the values into the formula. Alright, so instead of an r, I'm going to put the actual value of the radius we know is 11 inches. So I'm going to write that down 3 times. So step 3 is done. Now we need to move on to step 4, which is apply the formula and multiply all the way straight through. So if we do 11 times 11 times 11 inches, it's going to give us a total of 1,331 inches cubed, because we multiplied inches 3 times. Now I'm going to bring down 1.3 times pi times 1,301 inches. I multiply all of this together, and it's going to give me a total volume of 5,433.142 inches cubed. So the total volume of this sphere is 5,433.142 inches cubed. Alright, so now on your own, I want you to try to complete problems 2, 4, and 6. Please use examples 1, 3, and 5 as your resources. You want to follow the same steps and the same process. Make sure your work is just as structured and organized as mine, because organization is key when solving these problems. I hope this helped with learning volume of a sphere. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or send me a quick text.